Kent-based mechanics promised to drive a bus to Kyiv to save orphans at risk from being injured or killed.
He's Arthur Smith. He's in the studio now, and he will take a group of NHS workers, former army medics, on this rescue mission along with him. And he's here. I don't know if you came in a bus today, did you?
No.
In the studio. So get this right. You spent how much on a bus?
2,500.
And are you sure it's going to get there?
It's on its way. It's already in Poland.
What did you have to do, right? You get a £2,500 bus, you load it up with people and resources and whatever. Look at that. You've obviously, painted it as well.
Yep.
Anything else you had to do?
A bit of wiring needed doing to it. It was a school bus. It was literally still warm when we got it from having done the school run in the morning.
Gosh.
It went straight from where we picked it up to the sign shop, and it was liveried up. Had a diesel heater installed for when it's on standby. Some blue lights fitted for when it's in Ukraine for evacuation.
Right, so this is the plan. You're not just going to the border, you're planning to go into a war zone, having no military experience. There's a convoy, the bus is leading a bunch of ambulances as well, and you want specifically to go and help a group of orphans that have been in trouble in recent weeks?
The initial task is to take these orphans away from a place near Kyiv to the Polish border. And then once that's done, it'll be used to take other refugees out. Depending on the situation, the bus's seats can be easily removed for it to be used as a hospital. And we've also got other vehicles out there, ambulances, ex-NHS ambulances. The coach went out full of medics and NHS staff, which is really useful, obviously, once they're out there. Right.
You are an amazing guy, Arthur Smith. Very ordinary name, very extraordinary ambitions and dreams here. You're in your early 20s. What are you by profession? You're a mechanic?
Mechanic, bus driver. Mechanic
and a bus driver by profession. Mm. Just tell me the moment that you thought, I've got to do something about this, I've got to be involved.
I was watching the news, I was listening to Boris Johnson's speech, and I just thought, this isn't enough. Someone needs to do something properly, and, no arming and ahhing, it just needs to be done.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
No.
Have you got a background in doing sort of big humanitarian work, or were you just specifically really moved? And was it the children in Kyiv specifically that spoke to you as well? Or?
I think because I saw what should be happening and what isn't happening, and how close they really are. I mean, the drive isn't that long. And
How long?
In a bus, it's about 25 hours. In a car, maybe 17, 18. Mm-hmm. And if you've got two drivers, then, you can get there pretty quick. And with a coach, you can take so many things in the holds. Yeah. Also, so many, 57 paramedics.
Look, here's where I really admire you. Like all of us, we say it's awful, it's terrible. It actually depresses us. We might give a few quid. Mm. But you've other things to do in your life.
Yeah, trying to run a business at the same time, it's very difficult.
Will you ask anybody to do that? A lot of people would find excuses not to do it. Why are you different?
I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't thought about that. Like I said, I've got a licence to be able to drive a vehicle of that size, and I can, and I've got the time to do it, and the resources to be able to get what I need.
But you need 200 orphans, right, when you get into Ukraine. What makes you think, Arthur, that the authorities or whoever is in charge, whatever infrastructure still exists, are going to say to you, here, have these children?
Well, I'd like to hope that having a bus liveried up with, paramedics that have, certified identification and stuff, that we're trying to, we're here on a humanitarian mission. We're not here to cause any issues. We just want to get people out of the country to where they need to be. Unfortunately, orphanages, there's a blind children's hospital these places are being forgotten about. Mm. Everyone's just concentrating on the main thing, people from cities evacuating. But what about the people that can't evacuate, that don't have transport?
And do you know what ages these orphans are and what sort of needs they have? I mean, I saw pictures when I was reading about your story, which was covered in the Sunday Times yesterday, pictures of incubators and things. And were we talking about babies, or are we talking about children of all different ages?
We're talking newborn up to 18, 19. There's quite a big age range.
Where are you from, Arthur Smith?
Brighton.
Right. What do your friends and family think about this, or your neighbours? I reckon a few of them must be saying, brilliant, Arthur, but rather you than me.
A lot of people are saying that. A lot of people are saying, why don't you just give the money to the Red Cross? A lot of people are saying, well done. Go out there, come back.
I think you're exceptional. I think you're what makes Britain great. You know, when we talk about GB News and GB Views, I mean, it's great Britons like you, Arthur Smith, that just absolutely incredible. If people want to support you in any way, what can they do? Who are you? What's your organisation? How do they get in touch?
Well, we are roadtoukraine.com.
Give me that again.
Road to Ukraine.
Roadtoukraine.com, yeah.
Our company is Patrol. We're providing mechanical support on the way out. Our vehicles are going out to support any vehicles, for breakdowns, things like that. We are looking for supplies, medical supplies mainly. We're looking for volunteer paramedics, doctors, nurses, anyone who's willing to go to either the border or...
And when you say medical supplies, how specific or how general would that be?
We're talking medical equipment, so trauma kits. Even bandages is great. Anything that can help anyone who's been injured. And other than that, obviously, we're looking for donations of blankets, warm clothing, especially now, and children's nappies.
Arthur, whilst you're speaking, we're looking at pictures at the same time live coming to us from the border with Romania and Ukraine, and we just a moment ago saw a little newborn baby wrapped up in blankets in the snow. And I was reading over the weekend, if anyone asked themselves what would they have done during the Holocaust, what would they have done during the civil rights movement, what would they have done during slavery, now is the moment to ask yourself what you would have done, because you're doing it. And I think, Arthur, you can be very proud of what you're doing.
Yeah, well done, Arthur. Could I shake your hand?
Thank you very much.
Good man, good man.